Hello friends, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new here. In today's video, I'm mostly just going to be focusing on the kitchen. I wanted to change some things around and I bought some new things, one of which was putting the microwave in the kitchen. If you're not familiar, we don't really use the microwave that often, but we have been more recently, but usually it's just in the basement because we never use it. John uses it occasionally, but I wanted to bring it up, but I was having a hard time finding a place for it, so I thought maybe I would try it over here in this corner. I wasn't really feeling it, so I thought maybe I would move it to the other corner and swap the air fryer. So I did that and was not feeling that either. It's too awkward. So anyway, I gave up that day. I just thought I need to think a little bit about this, and I wasn't feeling well, so I just watched. I laid down on the couch and watched a movie, watching one of my favorites, classic movies from the 60s called Send Me No Flowers with Doris Day. It has this really good quote at the beginning of the movie. It is such a cute movie, though. It's one of my comfort movies. So today, it's the next day. In the morning, I'm making John lunch. If you're not familiar, I think I mentioned in my last video, which I know was a while ago now, that John got a new job and he's working outside of the house now, which is very weird because he worked from home for 5 years almost. So with fresh eyes in the morning, I realized the best place for the microwave is on this microwave stand. I just didn't really want to do it at first because I love having all my cookbooks there and I like the way it looks. However, just realizing it would be better there. So I took those cookbooks off and put the microwave on. Works good. I actually pulled it out too. That's why I took the stuff from the top down. I figured I would just give it a good clean and everything. But I did like the air fryer over there, so I did decide to leave it over there. And then I moved the blender, and then I'm moving cookbooks over in this corner where the air fryer was, which I actually ended up really liking. The only thing about the air fryer is it's obviously kind of kills the vintage look a little, but I'm hoping that, I'm sure there's someone on Etsy, I still haven't looked, but who makes covers, back in the day, appliance covers were really popular. So I'm sure somebody probably makes it, especially for that size air fryer, because it's really popular. But I ended up moving the little crock pot over on my little orange stand. So, because I really wanted to leave it out because I just think it's really cute, even though it's not vintage. And then I had recently thrifted this that Spice of Life glass container, but I wasn't sure what to put in it. So I had these mints, so I thought I'll just put those in there. And then I just had this wire basket already, but I decided to just put some cookbooks in there. And I kind of like the way that looks. I was able to fit some of my vegan cookbooks on top of the microwave and some of these little pamphlet vintage cookbook. I mean, it's not really a cookbook, just, with recipes in it. I was able to fit a few next to the microwave and then still leave room for ventilation. So I am happy with the way that turned out. And it is nice having the microwave up here. So we had bought this accidentally vegan brownie mix that I was going to make for John, but then he got some snacks to take to work for him for lunch, so I was just dividing them out. And then a couple days before that, I had gone to the dollar store and Walmart, I think, and bought a few things. These were not planned, but I saw these kind of vintagey looking tins, one for Fanta, one for Sprite, and I thought they would match my kitchen really well, so I wasn't sure what to do with them, but I was like, oh, I feel like I need to get these. I still haven't used them anywhere, and then I just got some salad dressing, little portion cups, but I found these cute towels for my stove, which I quite liked. So the two white ones just have these oranges on them, and I thought those would be good for decorative towels, one on each side of the stove, and then I thought I'd just get a plain orange one to hang in the middle. That way you can actually like wipe your hands on it if you want to. Anyone else, like I had to like train John not to use the like decorative towels. Anyway, another big thing I wanted to do in the kitchen besides the microwave was to get a dish rack for in the sink. So I think I got this one at Walmart for around $12, because I felt like we really don't use the other sink for anything, and I thought it would make it look less cluttered, because I don't have a dishwasher, so I like do all of the dishes every day, like multiple loads. So I just thought like it was taking up a bunch of counter space, and we have this second sink that we really don't use that much. So I didn't take into account that the corners, but it ended up working out fine. It's just raised up a little in the sink. I also really needed a new cutting board, and I just kept putting it off. Like I would be like, yeah, I should get a new cutting board, and then I would never get one, but my old one was in rough condition. So I saw this one while I was in the dollar store and decided to get that. And so I got everything set up and washed all of the new things, and as soon as I seen how it looked, I was instantly like, yes, this was the right move. And I'm still loving it, not having all the dishes like up on the counter, cluttering it. So I also love the way the towels look too. So then I also wanted to bring up, I had thrifted these a long time ago, probably a year or more. They were just down in the basement with like candy in them or something. But I thought it would be perfect for like granola bars and things that John takes to work with him. So I set those up over there. Then I was going to make the brownies for him. They're not like, basically all the ingredients are vegan. I just don't add the egg. So then it's vegan. I think we must have found this in the dollar store or something, because I don't think they sell this at the grocery store. So I was going to make those for him for like when he got home from work. I also make like a vintagey recipe in this video as well, like later, but I have this brownie pan, so I just used that. On this day, I was not making a vintage recipe, I was recreating a HelloFresh recipe because I wanted to use up some things, like some produce from the fridge. I'm just using some TVP in lieu of like hamburger. If you've ever had imitation bacon bits, it's literally the exact same thing. It's just this is like a plain version, so you can like reconstitute it with water. It will kind of take on that type of consistency, kind of. I'm only saying that because some people think it's weird, but if you've had imitation bacon bits, which I'm guessing most people have, then you've eaten it. Anyway, just doing that in the pan with some garlic, and I think I threw some onions in there potentially, but I'm kind of just recreating like a HelloFresh recipe, or it's actually like a few different ones, but mainly I just wanted to use up the produce that I had in the fridge, like some carrots and stuff. So I'm making it with rice noodles too. I think the HelloFresh recipe was maybe with rice. I don't know. Anyway, I made this for John. So I ended up making 2 portions, one for him to eat that day and then one for leftovers the next day. And now it's the next morning, I'm making my coffee. This is the first morning like coming into the kitchen and seeing the new setup, and I'm still so in love with it, but it was really nice seeing it when I came down. It just felt so much less cluttered. And I had not washed the pan from the day before, so I had that in the sink to get going. I woke up not feeling the greatest on this day, so it was all overcast and cloudy. I've got some struggles when it comes to this time of the year and the weather and migraines, so there's not much I can do about the weather, so I kind of just have to deal with it as best I can, which is why I haven't been uploading lately. It's been rough. But I wanted to work on the dining room a little bit. I've kind of just been slowly doing this throughout the house this year. It's been like one of the roughest years of my life, to be honest. But I have hope that things are on like an upswing. So anyway, I wanted to do some things in the china cabinet. Like it's just been like this since Christmas. When I'm filming this is like end of May, beginning of June. But this under cupboard as well is like packed full of stuff. It's just, and then I've just been setting all the donations here, so it's all kind of just been piling up. I haven't been dealing with it. So I kind of wanted to try to get some things organized. And then this is all like clothing that we're reselling that just needs to go to the storage unit. So anyway, I just thought I work a little on the dining room. I'm trying not to be too hard on myself and just do what I can. And then if I don't feel like I can keep going because I don't feel well, I just take a break from it. And if it takes me months, then it takes me months. It's just where I'm at in life right now. But it did feel really good. This has obviously all been done for a while now. I did want to go through that vintage like stereo cabinet. I didn't do it in this video, but I have since done it. These mats we bought from Marley when she was sick so she could stand on them and eat her food. They've just been here in the dining room since she passed, but I have repurposed those. And then I have this encyclopedia set of cookbooks that are vintage that I had to move to make room for the microwave. And so I was debating, like, should I just get rid of these? But I really want to keep them, but I don't necessarily have a place for them. So they've just been hanging out on the table for a while. I do end up keeping them because I just love them so much. But yeah, so I just kind of worked in there for a little while. I have these plates that belong to my great grandmother, like my grandmother's mom that she gave me. This belonged in to my grandma. She gave this to me a long time ago. And then I just have the other pieces, like a dog that I just thrifted. So I just put those up there. They just have, like, I take them down at Christmas and put Christmas stuff up there, and they've just been sitting there since I took Christmas down. So it felt nice to put those back up, and then I wanted to rearrange the dishes in the china cabinet. I just leave the extension cord up there like year-round for plugging in the Christmas stuff. And then so down here is a complete disaster. I wanted to go through this too, but I didn't do it on this day, but I have since done it. But I did have some extra like pieces of spring blossom down here. So my idea was to just rearrange the china a little so that I could display some spring blossom stuff because I have a ton of it, but a lot of it is packed away. So I thought, well, maybe I could just do one shelf of spring blossom. So I was looking to see what else I had down there. So I just moved all of the china to the top shelf, left the middle, and then put the spring blossom on the bottom. That way you could see it better, like the top of the butter dish and all that. And I do like the way that it turned out. Although now that some time has passed, I'm actually thinking about maybe selling this china cabinet. I don't know. There's like a whole bunch of stuff I want to do to the house, like different. I don't know. I was thinking about doing like a house tour of the main level and like telling you all the things I want to change. But that's where I sit. Like that's what I can see from where I sit on the couch. So it was so nice seeing it like nice and organized again. So then after I got that done, I just went upstairs to watch some General Hospital because I wasn't feeling the greatest. I had a whole bunch of episodes that had built up, so it was the perfect time. But I always get distracted because it's usually on Turner Classic Movies. So then I'm like looking through recording movies. But it was my sister's birthday was coming up, so I was sending her a card. And the past few years I've been printing out a photo on these like Polaroid papers of us from years ago and sending it to her. I just think it's a little cute thing. So I printed one from like the summer of 2000, not 20, 25 years ago, summer of 2000, which is so crazy. I just can't even believe it. And then I haven't really had an appetite because I've been feeling so sick, but on this day I just had a few like veggie chicken fingers and some potato wedges. I'm just kind of hanging out watching General Hospital or whatever, but I got distracted again by Turner Classic Movies. I was like, oh, I know this movie. So I'll end up going back to the guide and then like scrolling through to see all the movies that are coming on and end up recording like 25 movies. I think I always have like no less than 100 to 150 classic movies recorded from Turner Classic Movies. I just can't help it. It's like there's always good movies playing, or movies that I haven't seen before. So anyway, today, this was a Sunday, and I was super excited. We were going to start watching Sopranos, which is my favorite show ever. It's been about 4 years since the last time we watched. So I wanted to make some pasta for dinner, and this is like probably one of my favorite pastas. It's like feta pasta. I've not gotten sick of it yet. So I do like to add some extra things to it, like extra vegetables. We usually add tofu and some of those vegan sausages, but I was so excited that we were watching Sopranos, and yes, we're watching on DVDs because we're old school. So we were starting that up. I've been like wanting to, like, thinking about it every single day for probably a year to a year and a half. We always think like we should try watching a new show, but then we always just cycle back through shows that we love. So we're on Sopranos now. We're still watching. I think we're only on season like 3 because we can usually only watch 1 a day, if that, because John works really long days now. And he has also been working like 6 days a week, a lot of weeks. So anyway, I was pressing the wrong button. The whole time I thought I was pressing the eject, but I actually wasn't. So yeah, we're just watching it on the old TV, which is fine. But then we had our pasta. It's so good. It's definitely one of my favorite meals that I would have never put those things together either, but it's so good. So next morning on Mondays, John has baseball or softball after work. So I packed him like an extra sandwich on the bottom. He took a brownie to work as well. And then I just cut up a bunch of raw vegetables. I have been liking that, eating it with some hummus. My favorite hummus, caramelized onion. It's so good. So I got the dishes done and the kitchen cleaned up. I feel like I was feeling okay on this day. John had bought me these flowers like a week or 2 before that. I think they were looking a little rough, but some of them were still looking fine, and I still had some flower food. So I just gave them a refresh and got rid of the dead ones. And then I think I got like a full other week out of what was left there. So that was kind of nice. This is just from the grocery store because we don't have a flower shop where we live or anything. So that's really the only place I think you can get flowers is from just from the grocery store. And then earlier in the morning, I had made some breakfast wraps for John, so I was letting those cool on the cutting board there. So I was going to wrap those up and put them in the freezer. I did a bunch of dishes. This might be like the next day than what I was just filming. I guess I took a little break and did some of my plastic canvas and making another Kleenex cover. And then I don't think I would have like filmed this, but maybe. But I found this set of speakers when I was thrifting. I was looking for a set of speakers because I had thrifted a stereo, but it only came with 1 speaker. So I was on the hunt for 2 speakers. So I saw these for $20. I thought that was a pretty good deal, but they were really dusty. Or no, I think John went and bought these for me from a place that he goes sometimes, like it's like a pawn shop kind of, but he knows the guy really well. So I got those cleaned up and set up. They work perfect. And then I was down in the laundry room to do some laundry. The laundry room desperately needs to be clean. There's so many cobwebs and stuff, and I've got this spider down here. Spiders don't bug me or scare me, so I just leave them where they are in our house, but I named him George, and he's actually still down there. So he's been there for a while. Spiders are good though because they kill other bugs. So anyway, now I was going to make kind of the vintage-ish recipe. I have this cookbook that it's like the Betty Crocker cookbook, but these people like took the recipes and made like veganized them. So this is called tofurkey divan. So I was going to make that. It's basically, I think the real recipe is called chicken divan, if I'm not mistaken. So I was thinking about what I wanted to make it in. So I was looking at some of my dishes, but I know that John really likes chicken divan, or like before he was vegan. I'm not using tofurkey, which is like our pre-done like roast that's vegan, that's popular. I'm just using tofu, which is what I showed there. And I had some broccoli that I had to use up in the fridge, so that's what kind of prompted me, oh, maybe I should try to make that. Sometimes I'll just flip through cookbooks like for something to do, and then I'll just mark recipes that I want to make. So I followed it not exactly, kind of more loosely, but now I'm making like the roux, because I did do a little bit of things different, which is generally how I am with any recipe. That's why I find it hard to make like dedicated recipe videos, because I just want to change things, and I'm not really making the recipe, but plus I have to change it to make it vegan, which some people find interesting, but I want to generally make more changes. So like I generally never follow recipes in my everyday cooking. So we just have this wine in the fridge that we only use for cooking, because we don't, well, I guess John does like wine, he just never drinks it, but I do not like wine at all, but I can use it at cooking. So these are just, they might seem like weird ingredients, but they're like pretty staples in vegan kitchens for most people, I think. They're things I always have on hand anyway. So I knew I would have everything I needed to make this. But yeah, I decided on this one, which is one of my favorite patterns. This is a Fire King pattern, and I personally, I've said this before, I think Fire King made cuter patterns than Pyrex, but for some reason Pyrex is just kind of that primo. So the recipe didn't have, like, it said, I guess, to serve it over rice or something, but I thought it would be better if the rice was actually incorporated into it. We have this like ready rice that John eats sometimes. And then I did something I've never done before. I steamed the broccoli in the microwave. I thought if there's ever a time to use the microwave, maybe it's now. So I also did some cauliflower because I needed to use that up. So basically it was, put the steamed vegetables, the tofurkey, in my case tofu, in there and just pour the sauce over. Like I said, I felt like the rice should be in there. I ended up adding a second bag of rice because I felt like it was just too much sauce. It's like, I just knew that John probably wouldn't like it if it was like that. So I do just have some vegan cheddar I'm going to put on top, and the recipe also called for like fried onions. I usually have those in the house because sometimes I like them on salad. So I definitely keep a pretty wide stock of ingredients at any given time. So, yeah, I just had to put that in the oven and bake it. I was fairly confident it was going to come out good, even though I'm actually not a casserole lover. I want to really love casseroles, but I just don't. It's a texture thing for me, I think. Anyway, it did smell really good. I was excited because John didn't know I was making it for him or anything. So got that done. I decided to have some tea. I've had this since Christmas, but it's called Candy Cane Lane. I think they make it every year. But it's basically just green tea that's like minty flavored. But I wanted to use this up because it had been open since Christmas. So John got home from work and he had stopped and got this like discount thing. So he got these rolls, and then he got a couple of bottles of hot sauce that I don't know why they're discounted, but they didn't expire till like 2026. So, but most importantly, he got me something that I've been having a ton of anxiety lately, and I've used this in the past, but not for a long time. So he went and got me some CBD oil, and it has helped so much with the levels of anxiety I was having. I'm very grateful for that. And also as a side effect, I guess you could say, it's given me like more of an appetite. So that's kind of nice. So just having my tea, we're watching some Sopranos while John ate his dinner, which he ended up loving. He was like, oh my God, this is so good. This is perfect. So I definitely made the right call with adding the rice, incorporating it in. I just worked on my thing while we were watching that, but he loved it so much he ended up having a whole second helping of it. So we still had leftovers for him to eat the next day. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Like I said, I'm sorry I haven't been posting. I never think that it's going to be as long as it is, because I always think I'm going to feel better sooner than I actually do. But it's been really rough because we have had a ton of rainy, cloudy days, which is good to get rain, like for crops and stuff. It's better than having like a super dry summer, I guess. But I have to say, like, it is really rough because it causes migraines for me. Like almost every time it rains, I get a migraine, and we've barely gone more than 3 or 4 days without a rainy day. So it's been rough. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed watching this video. I do have a few more like that I've filmed, so I'm gonna really try to get caught up, and then I have something super exciting. I'm so excited to share it, but I just want to get caught up to like present day first. So anyway, thank you so much for watching and for being so understanding. Like I said, I never think it's going to be that long, so I don't think to make some announcement that I'm going to need to take a break because I think, oh, I'll feel better. But I've felt better than the last week than I have for the last couple of months. So hopefully I'll be able to get caught up. But anyway, thank you so much. I'm going to stop rambling, and I'll see you hopefully very soon with another video.